Hi, my wonderful people. Welcome back to Lady B Stitches. In today's class, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful Caribbean gown. It's very easy and it's beginner friendly. So if this is what we would love to learn, stay tuned as I take you step by step on how to make it. It's very easy and it's beginner friendly. So guys, let's start our cutting. And in case you're new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. So these are the material I'll be using for my Canadian gown. My flower material, my lining. So let's start our cutting. So now I'll take from my shoulder to my waistline, I'll take is 16 inches. So my waistline is 16 inches there. My bust point is 10 inches. My chest point is 8 inches. Then I'll go ahead and I'll mark it. My chest point here is 8 inches. That's my 8 inches here. My chest point is 10. Then I'll take my ruler and I'll draw a straight line. I'll come to my bust point. I'll do the same thing. I'll draw a straight line. Then I'll come to my waistline. I will do the same thing there. So from my shoulder to my chest point, from my chest point 8, my bust point 10, half length 16. Then I'll take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. Then I'll come to my chest point. I'll mark the same 7.5, and I'll take my ruler and I'll connect a straight line from my shoulder to my chest point. So from there I will divide my shoulder line into 2. I'll divide it into 2. Then I'll come in from that, I'll mark half inches. Then I'll take my bust measurement. 36 divided by 4, 9 inches. Then I'll take my ruler and I'll connect it. So I'll connect it from my 9 inches to the half inches. So now we have formed our armhole line. Then from there I'll come down by 1 inches for our shoulder slants. Then I'll take my neck measurement. The neck measurement I'm using 3 inches. So I'll connect it from my neckline to 1 inches for our shoulder slant. Then I'll connect it so. So now I'll take my body measurement. 36 divided by 4, 9, and I added 2 inches joining allowance. Then I'll go to my waistline. My waist is 28 divided by 4. That's 7 inches, 1 inches for joining allowance and 2 inches for sewing. Then I will connect it so. So now we're through. Then I'll take my scissors and I'll cut it out. So now we're through with our front pattern. So now to cut my back pattern, all I have to do is I'll just place the front on the back this way. I'll place the front on the back this way and I'll take my 2 inches. I'll measure 2 inches for my zipper allowance this way. So that's my 2 inches for my zipper allowance, 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So I have to go on ahead and take my 2 inches for my zipper allowance. I'm making sure the front is well placed on the back. So now I will check the 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So now I'll take my scissors and I'll cut it out. So now I've cut out my back pattern. So okay. So now I've cut out my back pattern. So now let me draw a straight line for my zipper allowance for me not to get confused. I will take my collar and I will draw a straight line. So that will be for our zipper allowance. Our zipper allowance for the back. So now go ahead and I'll take my neck measurement. I'm using 3 inches and the width I'm using 8 inches. The back neck is V while the front is round neck. So I'll connect it so now for my V neck for the back. Then I'll take my scissors and I'll cut it out. So let me divide my my zipper, let me divide it into 2. So now go ahead and I'll take the front pattern, the neck measurement for the front. So I'm using 3 by 5. The depth is 5 inches and the width is 3 inches. Is round neck, so I'll take my curve ruler and I will connect it. So now I'll take my scissors and I'll cut it out. So now I've cut out my neck, both for the front and the back pattern. So this is my back pattern and that's my front. This is my front pattern. So now I'll go ahead and I will take my measurement. So now I'll take my measurement of camera, but let me explain it. Then that measurement I use my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. So that's my 4 inches. So that's 4 inches. So I went ahead and I take half inches from both sides. I mark half inches there. Then I did the same thing at the other side. I mark half inches there, then half inches there, and I connect it. So that will stop at my bust point, which is 10 inches. That's where my front dart will stop from my bust point, which is 10 inches. So now let me explain the back. So the back dart is stopping from 1 inches below the chest line. 1 inches below the chest line. So that's where my back dart is starting from. And I did the same thing I did at the front. I use my nipple to nipple measurement and I take half inches from both sides and I connect it. So that's it. So now I've gone ahead and I've cut out my Caribbean gown, the 3-step. So now let me explain something for us. Remember, this our Canadian gown is 3-step. Caribbean gown. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it so. It's 3-step. We have step 1, step 2, and this step 3. It's 3-step, right? So now my full measurement is 58. So that 58, my half length is 16. So I will subtract 16 from 58. So what I'm left is 42. So is this 42 that we now divide into 3. So 42, I will divide it into 3. So after dividing it into 3, I have 14 inches, which means the length of each one of this gown will be 14 inches. So I have 14 inches. So the first step will be 14 inches. The length, the second will be 14, and the third one will be 14 inches. I hope we understand. The first step will be 14, the length, and the second will be 14, and the third one will be 14. But it depends on your choice. If you don't want it to be equal, you can make it the first one maybe 10, second 15, and you just divide it to your own choice. But for me, I want it the length to be equal. So the first and the second and the third one will be the same length, which is 14 inches. But remember, you add your joining allowance to it so that your gown will not short after joining it. So now my waist is 30 for the wideness of the gown. You know, it gathers. So my waist is 30. So for the first step, I will be dividing my waist. Sorry, I'll be tightening my waist. I'll be doing 2 of my waist, which is 30 times 2, which is 60. Will give me 60. So that will be the wideness of the first step. So that 60, I will gather it, and it will give me 30 inches for my waist. I hope you understand. So my waist is 30. So that 30, I will times it by 2. So I'll come to the second one, my waist 30, and I will times it by 3 for the second step, for the wideness. So now 30 times 3, that will give me 90. So for the second step, then I'll go to the third step. I will say 30. I will times it by 4. Then will give me 120. Remember, as we are going down from it will be wide. Hope you understand. So 30 times 4 will give me 120, which is for the third one, the wideness will be 120. I hope we understand. So I've gone ahead and I've got it out, the 3 step. So this is the first step, the 60 inches. The first step, that's the first step of our gathers, which is 60 inches. And this is the second step, which is 90 inches for the wideness. And this is the third one, which is 120. This is the 120 for the third step, and this is the first one, and that's the second one. So these are the 3 steps. These are the 3 steps for the gown that will be running. I will run a loose stitch on it, and I'll draw gathers. So the first one, which is 60, I will take it to my sewing machine, and I will run a loose stitch on it, and I'll draw gathers to it. So this is my first step, which is 60, the second one, which is 90, and the third one, which is 120. The first, the second, and the third one. I hope you understand it now. So now the first one, which is 60, I will take it to my sewing machine. This way. I will take it to my sewing machine, and I will run a loose stitch on it. So after running a loose stitch on it, and I'll draw gathers. So the gathers I'll be drawing, it will be exactly my waist measurement, which is 30 inches. So after that, I will take the second one. I will do the same thing. I will run a loose stitch on it. I will draw gathers to it, and I will join it to the first one. After that, I will take the second one too. I will run a loose stitch on it, and I'll draw my gathers, and I will join it to the third one. I hope we understand. So this is the first one, which is 60. This is the second one, which is 90, and the third one, which is 120. So that's how I'm going to join it step by step. I hope you understand now. Take it to my sewing machine. I will run a loose stitch on it, then I will come and show you. So this is my front, this is my upper part. So I went ahead and I cut lining on it. As you can see, that's my front and the back. I cut my lining on it. I did the same thing at the back. I use my pattern to cut it out, and I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll come and show you. So guys, I've gone ahead and I've joined, I add my lining to it and I've joined it together. So this is the upper parts. I've gone ahead and I've joined it together, and I take my darts, as you can see. So this is my upper part. I went ahead and I take lining, both the front and the back. So we're through with that. So this is the upper part. I went ahead, I joined it together, and then I give it a good press. So this is the first step. This is the first step. I went ahead and I run a loose stitch on it, and I draw my gathers. So you can see, this is how you draw your gathers. You draw it till will give you exactly 30 inches. Exactly the 30 inches for our waist. So after that, you go ahead and join it together with your, you join it to your waist. So that will be our first step. So after that, you go ahead, you do the same thing to the second step. You run a loose stitch on it, you join it to the first step. Then after that, you do the same thing for the back. Let me go and join it and I'll come and show you the finished work. So guys, this is our Canadian gown. So I went ahead and I've joined the first step, the second step, and the third side. This third step. You can see, if you notice, mine is not that full. My material was not enough. I actually used 2 yards of material. So if you want yours to be fuller than this, you have to use like 3 yards. So that's the first step, the second step, and the third step. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If yes, don't forget to like, share the video. And in case you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to turn on your your notification button bell so that you'll be notified when we post another new video. Thank you guys.